All right, so we're selling 2007 Mitsubishi Fuso. Everything drives great on it, runs great. Mileage is 166,204 as of today. Here's a generator for the booster pump. Key start. Little place for the cones. First off, we got a 5.5 and an 8. Check the hours. We're at 4:10. Fresh oil and fluids on this, and we're at 970. Both of them with K7 unloaders, which is the only thing I like. 16-gallon fuel cell. Got soap tank, apple wash back there. Goulds, that's a 1 horsepower booster pump. 7 GBC 10. 10 stands for 1 horsepower. I've got that all on a 3-way valve there, so you can go from rinsing to soap, rinsing to soap. Just push of a button on a remote. And those are the control modules. You can also turn it on and off when you're away with one of these remotes here. For downstreaming, got the FloPro hooked up. Here's your mixing valves, bleach, apple wash, and water flush. So at the end of the day, we'll shut those off, flush water. Everything's got needle valves here. That way you can control how much soap you're getting. I think it's an 80-gallon, 75 basically. Bleach tank, 275 tote. You got filters. Go to the pressure washer, 1 set of filters, and that's for booster, 12 volt. Everything's filtered before it goes out. No place to put your wands. Fire extinguisher, 12 volt. And this will come with an extra one of these. And so the way I've got this plumbed up is this set of HydroMixers go to the 12 volt. And then you can turn this to go to the booster. So this is booster in, this is 12 volt in. So you use the same hose over here for the 12 volt or the booster. Most of the time we're using 12 volt just because it's plenty. Here's the button. 12 volt. Here's your water hose in. So you got 200 foot there, 200 foot. That might actually be 250 feet, 260 feet of water hose. And just at the end of the hose, well, pop one of these in and we just hook it up that way. We're not going through the hose reel. The only thing on this truck that goes through the hose reel is the red 1/2-inch line. This set of mixing valves is for the booster, and we've got it set up so that your water coming in, if you get air bubbles in the booster, all you got to do is open this valve and it's going to push positive pressure through to get those air bubbles out. So that's set up just for the booster. A place for your gloves. Those reels work. Just replaced, I think, all the motors, or a couple of the motors this past year. On the pressure washer side, got 200 foot up there. I think we just blew a hose last week, so we pulled off a 100 footer, but there'll be 400 feet altogether. Even though we got swivels on here, I don't like running through them because of potential leaks and all that, so we just have these whip lines. One's for the 5.5, one's for the 8. We also have this unloader block down here. We did have it going through, but one of the techs, he pulled the hose a little bit too tight, and whenever that line whipped it, ripped it right off. So there's where your water is coming in. It's filtered before it's going in the tank to the flow valve, Hudson flow valve. You can also shut water off going in if you really want to force it all to that booster going through. This line is for water only on the booster back there. So whenever you hit on the remote to go to rinse, you're pulling through a 1-inch line. Water going to the 12 volt, I believe. And golly, oh no, sorry, this is water going through your mixing valves for the booster pump and mixing valves for the 12 volt. This is a bleach line coming out of there to the FloPro setup. So you can downstream from the 5.5 or the 8, doesn't matter which one, you just pop the hoses over. Generally we downstreamed with the 5.5 and would rinse with the 8, or the 8 would be on concrete. Got 2 big batteries. These were just replaced back in November. Comes with a 19-inch Whisper Wash Classic. I think I've got, it's a 4-tip. I just replaced that swivel there. It's a 4-tip, 25020s I think on there. Anyways, so that's kind of it. That generator on the side obviously powers the booster. Great rig, had it for a few years now. We're just switching over to those. Let's see. Does have a backup camera that stays on. So you can see right behind you. You can even do a split view. You can look up front. There's a camera on the front here. Anyways, nice rig, but we're just gonna switch to F250s with skids. That way we can pop those skids out, switch over to Christmas light season, and just a little bit more uniformity with those. So this is a diesel. Gosh, what else? I had the turbo replaced a couple years ago. Anyways, hope that helps answer some questions. Everything works great. Nothing's not working on it. We just used this rig to finish up a condo association this past week. It did all the concrete there. So, got any questions? Let me know.